The Martian is directed by Ridley Scott and stars Matt Damon, Jessica Chastain, Jeff Daniels, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. It is about an astronaut named Mark Watney who is stranded on Mars when his crew team believes he's dead after he is hit by debris from a terrible storm. Now stranded and injured, with the rescue mission taking 4 years, Watney must find a way to survive on the red planet with limited supplies. Right off the bat, I love this movie, mainly because Ridley Scott is really great at anything that takes place in space. Aliens, anyone? But seriously, Ridley Scott nailed the look of this movie. Some of the shots used in this film I just found to be beautiful. Like the shots of space just reminded me of Alien. Certain shots I found cool, like the GoPro cameras that they use on astronauts' helmets to record what they're doing. The performances in this movie alone are also spectacular. I can't think of one bad performance that I saw in this movie. The cast alone in this movie is fantastic. You have Matt Damon, Jeff Daniels, Jessica Chastain, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Michael Pena, Donald Glover, Kate Mara, Sebastian Stan, Sean Bean, Kristen Wiig, and even more than that. And they had a fast pace to this movie. I thought it would start off with him and his crew getting shot up into space. They do their expedition, then something goes bad at like a half an hour into the movie, then he gets stranded on Mars. But no, this movie actually starts right off the bat. Like, he's on Mars, some stuff happens, then he's stranded, now he's screwed. Like, that's literally how it starts. You just get into the movie like that, like right away. Now, the movie is 2 hours and 23 minutes long, and sometimes it kind of felt like certain scenes to me were a little bit too long, but other than that, more times than not, I was just glued to the screen. I didn't even notice. Like, it felt fast to me. This was a fast movie, even though it's a long one. And some of the scenes in this film I just love are when Matt Damon is trying to think of ways to survive on Mars. Given the situation he's in, you think that this movie would be like dark and serious and depressing, but no, this movie is actually like really funny. They make great jokes. Matt Damon throughout this film just has an upbeat attitude throughout it. Like, this movie doesn't make you feel bad at all. It actually lifts up your spirit. That's some of the funniest scenes in this movie are just him working to 70s disco music that the captain of the crew left behind, and talking on a vlog how much he hates the disco music she left behind and how she has no taste in music. I also love the chemistry between Watney and his team, you know. Michael Pena is really good in this movie. So is Jessica Chastain and Kate Mara and pretty much the whole crew. I love how each crew member has all their own goals. They all have families that they're trying to get back to on Earth. And I like how the movie really expresses that and how long space travel itself takes, you know. Like, one of the choices the team has to make is if they're going to add another 2 years onto their journey back home just so they can go back and save one guy. And that's one of the overall themes I felt of this movie. Like, how far are we willing to go to just save one life? How much is one life worth to us all? Also, I just love the chemistry between Jeff Daniels and Chiwetel Ejiofor. It was just so interesting to see them argue about how they're going to deal with the press and how they're going to find out a way to rescue Matt Damon's character. Another really cool thing that I really want to express about this is, like, it doesn't feel just like the standard sci-fi movie, you know. It felt like this really happened. Like, it felt like it was a biopic about a guy who was stranded on Mars. It felt like this event actually happened and then someone made a movie about it. Also, like, the sets in this movie alone are fantastic, and the CGI is great, the special effects are all fantastic. You actually feel like you're on Mars in this movie, which is really hard to pull off, like, from some movies I've seen. So anyways, guys, The Martian is easily one of the best films I've seen all year. It's funny, it's awesome. You get the feels sometimes. You will have a blast seeing this. If you guys don't know my rating system, it's this. An applause is if the movie is like the best movie ever. A high five is if you should go pay full price to go see this. A handshake is probably like a matinee. Go to it when it's cheaper to see. A low five is if you should probably just wait to rent it or something. And leave it hanging basically means, well, you know, to leave it hanging. So anyways, guys, I give The Martian a high 5. See you all next time. Peace, or as I like to say it, live long and prosper.